their nationalities. So that is why we are here to let you know that we will not condone any form of illegal entry into the country.
Now, that was Nigeria immigration. You see this same thing in Ghana here. If you call for these same people or people that are in Ghana without documents, in Ghana, they'll tell you it's xenophobic.
For the past few weeks, the internet has been on fire as a result of what? So many issues. First of all, on the list is the issue of the deportees between US, Ghana, and Nigeria. Secondly, the persistent one that has always been, off and on this media for the past few months, going to a year now, of the self-acclaimed king. Yes, which led to the Nigeria Must Go protest and as a result of other criminal activities of some Nigerians in Ghana, where Ghanaians stood up to say Nigeria must go, in quotes, based on the placards which states criminal activities, Olosho and the rest should end in Ghana. And there's so much influx of Nigerians in Ghana. These were the points stated clearly on the placards of Ghanaians during the protest. And since then, we know that Honorable Dr. Ayariga, Kweku Annam, and the rest of other meaningful Ghanaians have not relented on the fact that the criminality's influx of Nigerians in Ghana is overwhelming and is causing havoc, more harm than good in a nutshell. And this is why there was and there is still the Nigeria Must Go protest, agitation currently in Ghana. And guys, ladies and gentlemen, to break the camel's back, I want to also bring to your information and notice that, yes, as we're going to see based on reaction, Nigerians have also retaliated, taking it upon themselves to say, oh, really? We must also embark on deportation of illegal foreigners. I have a lot to say in all these videos. Please hear me out. Watch patiently to the end because one of a Nigerian lady, Adiola, reacted, and I'm going to react based on her reactions and all the reactions, postulations of Nigerians, Ghanaians, as we have in this episode. So without any waste of time, I will need us to please, for my sake, please like this video, share and stay subscribed. But trust me to always give my honest, sincere and brutal opinion on issues, trivial issues, sensitive issues like this, without any means of demoting, means objective to demote, demean, demarcate any country, any leader, but just stating facts based on reactions on this frenzying back and forth issues that has been up on the internet for the past weeks and months endlessly. So let's take up these videos and I will.
The US has lifted its visa restriction on Ghanaians. So, what? I know this July, as you guys will remember, America changed its non-immigrant visa policy for Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, and Ethiopia by reducing the duration of visa validity to 3 months. Single entry. And then at the same time, the US Department of State said that it's because of how American citizens are treated in those countries and the visas they are given and the fact that some of them overstay when they come to the US. But guys, the Nigerian government denied initiating any new policy that could trigger that kind of reciprocal response from the US. Anywho, we also know that the US, in an effort to deport as many people as possible, they've just been deporting people anyhow to random countries instead of deporting them to their country. And they are trying to force a lot of countries to take citizens that are not from their country. Remember what happened in April? I talked about it when the US revoked visas for all Sudanese people in America and they stopped issuing new ones, all because America deported somebody who is actually from Congo to South Sudan, and South Sudan said, okay, this one is not our citizen, take him back. America now said, if you refuse, we'll revoke all your visas. Anyhow, if you did not know, they tried that with Nigeria as well, and Ghana, Rwanda, Uganda, and so many countries in Africa. In the case of Nigeria, America decided to send Venezuelans in America. Many of them prisoners in America who are originally from Venezuela to Nigeria, and Nigeria said, hell no, why would you send us Venezuelans? Send them to their country now. In fact, our Minister of Foreign Affairs literally said, Nigeria will not bow to pressure from the Trump administration to accept Venezuelan deportees or third country prisoners from the US. The man said, we already have 230 million people. We have 99 problems. Why are you trying to add? Why are you trying to bully us to take people that are not from our country? Send them to their country if you want to deport them. Meanwhile, you guys remember how they invited 5 African presidents, and Nigeria or Ghana or Kenya or South Africa or Ethiopia, none of them is on the list of the people that they invited. Some people believe that part of the reason may be because these countries, Nigeria, Ghana, all of them, they are not willing to be bullied. Also, the US made it clear that all they were interested in those African countries were their natural resources, which many of them willingly gave out. Like, remember the president of Senegal telling Trump to come and build a golf course in Senegal? Meanwhile, guys, Rwanda has agreed to receive 250 deportees that are not from Rwanda. Uganda has also signed a deal to receive deportees not from Uganda. So guess who recently did the same? Charlie, Ghana. Ghana. Why now, Ghana? We were supposed to unite to say no to bullying. Charlie, why? Because how does this make sense to you guys? For the US to deport people of other countries to another country, do you think that the US doesn't have the resources to send these people to their home country? They do. They could. Look at what they did to South Sudan now, punishing thousands of South Sudanese people just so that the government of South Sudan could accept something that they know is wrong. Meanwhile, Ghana is painting this as a big win for Ghana. The fact that they decided to accept these deportees. They are saying that they only agreed to take the West African deportees, not just any deportee. And that this has nothing to do with America. No. That they are just doing a favor to their fellow West Africans.
Let's be clear. We didn't agree to this because we agree with President Trump's immigration policies. We are not doing the US a favor. Okay. We are doing our fellow Africans a favor.
What? Okay. Keep talking, sir.
We are offering them refuge. We are offering them succor. We are offering them hope. We want them to come back home and be comfortable. We solidarize with them when we see those images, the arrests, the violation of their rights, being detained against their will, and it's as though nobody wants to take them. So it was purely on humanitarian basis, and we have made clear that we did not accept any financial benefit whatsoever. We are doing this because we want to continue to position Ghana as that country which has always been the Mecca for Africans, for freedom fighters.
Wow. Wow. Ghana is our new Mecca. Okay, there's so much to say about this comment, because what you need to know is some of the people that they recently deported to Ghana were 14 people, 13 of them Nigerians, 1 Gambian. And you guys know all this uprising recently about Nigeria must go, that they don't want Nigerians. Suddenly, this is the government of Ghana telling us that they just want Ghana to be a Mecca for Nigerians. Are you sure? Won't you wonder, why would the US send Nigerians to Ghana? Like, why would the US send Nigerian deportees to Ghana? It takes the same amount of time that you will spend to fly from the US to Ghana. It's the same amount of time that you will spend to fly to Nigeria. Maybe there's 30 minutes difference, I don't know, but flight from Nigeria to Ghana is 1 hour. So why would they now take Nigerian deportees to Ghana? And did they take Nigerian deportees to Nigeria and Nigeria said that they don't want them? That is not true. Nigeria is taking its own deportees. Now, guess what happened to the Nigerians that were deported to Ghana? After telling the whole world that they are our Mecca, Ghana decided to put them at a military camp with a deplorable living condition. The water is terrible. They can't even drink the water. And they've been getting sick. There's no medication. So those Nigerians that were deported to Ghana begged Ghanaian officials to please take them to a place with better living condition. They said that the condition at the military camp is deplorable. So Ghanaian officials told them, no problem, we will take you to a nice hotel. These people saw that they were being taken to a hotel. They also got in the truck. And guess what happened? They got to where they were going and they suddenly found themselves in Togo. Togo! Ghana went and dumped these Nigerians in Togo. And these Nigerians are saying that they do not have travel documents. So because of that, Ghana did not take them through the proper border of entering Togo, that they took them through the back door, that they bribed some police officers in Togo in order to take them into Togo. So now, they got to Togo. Ghanaian officials told them, you have to sign this document. They said, like, we are not signing any document. You told us we are going to hotel. Why are we in Togo? So they refused to sign the document. Meanwhile, they don't speak French. What is the official language of Togo? French. So now they are stranded. They are not able to communicate with the people. They are just there. They have no money, none whatever. They have no travel document. They can't even find their way home because they don't have the travel document. What kind of wickedness is that? It was one of them that reached out to BBC. They said the worst has already happened. America has deported us. Now we are in Togo. We are stranded. So they reached out to BBC to tell them, nah, this is what is happening to us. So Ghana told the world that they are happy to receive us in the spirit of Pan-African empathy. That is what the Ghanaian officials said. I don't know if the Nigerian government is aware of this, but some of your citizens are stranded in Togo via Ghana. Like seriously, what was that? Ghana. Charlie, why? So why is Ghana now painting it as if they are doing Nigeria a favor by being the mecca for Nigerian deportees that are not wanted anywhere? That's not true. Nigeria wants its own deportees. In any case, since Ghana decided to play ball, America has lifted their visa ban. And their foreign minister is so proud of this. He's painting it as a big win for Ghana. He went on Twitter boasting about how they lifted the visa ban after months of diplomatic negotiations. He literally said, I'm really pleased that months of high-level diplomatic negotiations has led to a successful outcome. And then after that, somewhere he wrote, it's good to see healthier and stronger Ghana-USA relations. And of course, he attached pictures of him with the American diplomats, to make it official and all. But for some reason, this did not sit well with some Ghanaians, The man was thinking that the people will be like, oh, wonderful, now we can apply for 5-year visas. And I know that there are people in Ghana who celebrated that. But most of the people in his comment section, they were like, what's this? You sold your soul. You sold the soul of Ghanaians. You sold the sovereignty of the people of Ghana because of American visa. Many people were like, how come you forgot to mention what you agreed to before the lifting of the visa ban? And most especially, some people were like, that is not diplomatic negotiation. What did you negotiate? You just agreed to their terms. You didn't negotiate anything. So it got to the point where Ghanaians were saying that we don't trust that you are only going to receive West Africans, and we don't even know if you will start bringing convicted criminals from US prison to our country. So Ghanaians were saying these things, and as damage control, the minister had to go back on Twitter after some days, and he wrote, number one, Ghana will not be a dumping ground for US removals. I repeat, Ghana will not be... The people are like, well, since you've agreed for the US.
Ebusia, so just a quick one, right? Just a quick one. With respect to what is going on, right? There are 2 videos may hear the Achemos here. Ghana boy, kudos to him. He's also been fishing out these guys very, very well. One video is all about immigration in Nigeria and what they keep saying that Ghanaians are doing too much. They are doing the same thing, Ebusia. They are even doing more than Ghana is doing. Ebusia, yesterday we saw a video online where our brother Ghana boy posted a Nigerian immigration officer saying things about people that they're going to start deporting in Nigeria. Ebusia TMO, foreigners they are about to deport. And also, it is clear on DW News. And Ghana boy Eddie Abeto. Now we're gonna watch those 2 videos. When we finish, I'm coming to read out something to you, a statement, a publication, a media release, okay, from Dr. Hassan Ayariga. And I'll be right back.
Of non-Nigerians into the country has committed an offense. So you have the 2 Nigerians who I understand have been in the watch list of most of the security agencies for a while. When you aid unknown people into your country, you don't even know what the aim of those people are. It is a big risk to himself, to people that live around him. So they are actually, it is actually called security threat. For the Nigerians that we are in, for the foreigners, they'll be repatriated after due documentation. This morning, as soon as they were arrested, they were profiled by the DSS officers and then sent to our headquarters for further investigations. So we've just concluded our investigations, and we've been able to establish their nationalities. So that is why we are here to let you know that we will not condone any form of illegal entry into the country.
Now, that was Nigeria immigration. You see this same thing in Ghana here. If you call for these same people or people that are in Ghana without documents, in Ghana, they'll tell you it's xenophobic. In Ghana, you get stomach journalists and stomach bloggers like Black Rasta, African Unite, and what. Like, you get them to come and tell you that it is xenophobic. You get them to come and tell you that Pan-Africanism. This is Nigeria immigration. Do you hear what Nigeria immigration just said? That if you allow people in your country without documents, it is called security threat. This is Nigeria immigration. Ghana. Oh, we are here with Nigerians, we've been here, and what the people are doing, it's Africa, and you cannot. Hello, look again.
Hey.
Guys, everybody come and listen to news. Let me hear you say news. Fresh breaking news from DW Africa. Guys, this is there, legit. DW just today. The Nigeria Immigration Service. Nigeria, and it reads, let me read direct from DW Africa. Nigeria has launched a nationwide crackdown on foreigners who have overstayed their visas following the end of the government amnesty program. Under the new rules, individuals who have overstayed their visas for less than 3 months will incur a fine of $15 for each day they have overstayed and may face their removal from the country or 2-year entry ban. Those who have overstayed between 3 months and 1 year will face the same fine and threat of removal, along with a 5-year entry ban. And those who have overstayed longer than 1 year will be removed and banned from returning for 10 years, or in some cases, permanently. The amnesty, which was in place from July 5th to September 30th, allowed foreigners with expired documents to regularize their status without penalty. So, from July 5th to September 30th, they gave foreigners the chance, the amnesty, to regularize their stay in Nigeria. As we speak now, it is over. So they've gone on a nationwide crackdown. If you are in Nigeria and you are a foreigner, you are not a Nigerian, whether being it you are a Ghanian, you are from Togo, you are from South Africa, you are from Malawi, wherever you are from. If you've overstayed your stay in Nigeria, they are coming for you. They will catch you, they will deport you, they will ban you from coming back into Nigeria. And in some cases, you are going to be fined as well. For each day you've overstayed in Nigeria, you will be fined $15. Nigeria, immigration, Nigeria. ECOWAS. We are, there's no foreigner, nobody, no black man is a foreigner, another black man. Xenophobia.
Ebusia wasumya ude so etino peso etino. Now, come to me and let me give you all the informations I want to give you. Dr. Hassan Ayariga Enekaye or see, do not take our hospitality to be our weakness. That's what he's saying, okay? Now, I have questions. So, the Nigerians that are living in Ghana, are you guys hearing what is going on in Nigeria? That your immigration service or force is chasing non-citizens out of Nigeria? Are you guys hearing that? So when we are saying, say, we have had enough of you guys, and say, then you guys will start saying, say, xenophobic or house of folk or kotoko. You see, that is a hypocrisy. You see, this is where, when Dr. Hassan Ayariga is talking about something, some of us, we support him. Because you see in Nigeria, they are doing it. DWTV are confirming, said they are throwing people out if you are not a citizen of Nigeria and you have overstayed. Now they're going to fine you for overstaying a day, $15 and all that. What about Ghana? So what about Ghana, like I'm asking? What about Ghana, guys? Now I'm going to read something right quick here for all of us here to see. This is a press release that is coming from Dr. Hassan Ayariga. This press release was dropped yesterday, okay? Now, Dr. Hassan Ayariga is saying that our hospitality shouldn't be taken for granted. Or see, Dr. Hassan Ayariga, a politician and a leader of All People's Party, APC, has called on government to undertake a comprehensive review of Ghana's international relation policies, urging authorities to prioritize the interest and the sovereignty of Ghanaians. In a press statement released on 30th 2025, the APC leader warned that Ghana's hospitality must not be mistaken for weakness. See what Dr. Hassan Ayariga is saying. Ayariga expressed grave concern that without immediate action, Ghanaians risk being overpopulated, outnumbered, and displaced in our own homeland. Okay, he pointed to foreigners allegedly establishing unregulatory business, acquiring lands, and positioning themselves in a way that threatens every fabric of our nation. Now, he has 1 or 2 points that he dropped down yesterday. Okay, 1 or 2 points that he dropped yesterday, and I'm going to read that. Now, the first one that Dr. Hassan Ayariga dropped yesterday was foreign population audit. Okay, Dr. Hassan Ayariga is calling for account, okay, of all foreigners living in Ghana, arguing that no nation can remain sovereign if it cannot count for those within its borders.
I have a singular question that will make sense to everyone by the time I'm done with this video, and it concerns South Africa. But as a Ghanaian, as a Botswana person, as a Nigerian, you are free to listen. I know my Ghanaian sweethearts, they would eventually listen because they have this bonding with South Africans and they have this bonding with Botswana people. As a matter of fact, Botswana people committed to Ghanaians first when they needed a group of experts, when they needed to connect with a group of experts to bring medicine into Botswana. They related to Ghanaians first. And because of how well Ghanaians treated them without any measure of criminality, they extended their arms towards Nigerians. And Nigerians obviously showed themselves. Professionals, doctors and nurses who are Nigerians were stealing things. They were always making the head news based on criminal activities. And this moved. You see, let me tell you something. You see, the bad thing about Nigerians is that they don't stop at exhibiting criminality. They go further to influencing vulnerable minds. They go further to influencing people to join their criminal intent. How do they do this? They do this by purporting criminality and then showing you the success in it at the surface. They go intrinsically behind closed doors, exhibit criminality, come outside and show you the success. Everyone is attracted to success, and people will be like, "Ooh, look at this guy. This guy is doing this. Show the time he's been already doing this. I mean, this guy is dogged. This guy has a very strong work ethics." Those are the things they'll be presenting in the surface, and they'll be attracting you. Before you know what's happening, they would influence you, and before you know what's happening, you wouldn't even know when you dabble into their way of life, which is criminality. And this was exactly what happened, and Botswana people had no option but to deviate and disassociate themselves with anything that is African. They disassociated themselves. I don't think Ghanaians work there anymore. I don't think Nigerians work there anymore. So they had to employ Cuban doctors from Cuba, to teach them what they needed to do, to train them. Do you understand the situation? So what am I trying to say in extent? Listen to me. There was, I want to ask this question. I wanted to ask this question, you remember. That's how I started the video. Can anybody tell me the mentality that Nelson Mandela possessed as to why he made the decision of unionization with his colonial masters rather than independence and disassociation from his colonial masters? Let me repeat this. Can anybody tell me the mentality that Nelson Mandela possessed as to why he rather craved for unionization with his colonial masters than his secession or disassociation from his colonial masters as a means of independence? Can anybody tell me that? Can anybody tell me the mindset? Of course, before I tell you people the mindset, let us establish something very, very well. Let's establish something first. We can all see that South Africa had become that country where Nigerians are desperate and craving to go to. It's a country that if a Nigerian is able or had obtained a visa to come to, he goes to church and gives testimony. He goes to church and gives thanksgiving. Thank God I've been able to obtain a visa to go to South Africa. As a matter of fact, in Nigeria, people celebrate people. The people celebrate Nigerians that live in South Africa. As a matter of fact, if you as a Nigerian come back to Nigeria and your neighborhood are aware that you've been living in South Africa, all the ladies in your society, all the ladies in your neighborhood, all the ladies in your village are ready to allow you to sleep with them, because they believe that through you can transfer a greener pasture to them. They will hold you to high esteem, right? What I'm saying is that I want South Africans to understand what they mean to Nigerians. I want South Africans to understand what coming to South Africa by Nigerians mean to Nigeria. I want to make South Africans understand why Chidinma stripped to tears when South Africans rejected her. Irrespective of the fact that Nigerians came and begged for her association, yet she stripped to tears. She started crying. Forget what Nigerians say to you, South Africans. You think Nigerians have locus to speak against you, South Africans? They don't. It's their frustration. You know, when they are frustrated that you're better than they are, they resort to coining words, making up lies in order to make you feel lower than yourself, and in order to make you feel that they are more superior than you are. There are hardly any African countries that Nigerians are superior to. Ghanaians are way superior, South Africans way superior, Botswana people are way superior. But let me go to this. It's very simple. The mentality that Nelson Mandela had as to engaging and unionizing with the colonial master is a developmental mentality. You know what I mean by developmental mentality, or do I have to expand? Thank you.
Wow. Let me quickly start with the video of this Nigerian lady, Adiola. The way she, diplomatically put it out there, indirectly, I would say, hypocritically calling out Ghana and Ghanaians, especially the leaders on this one. And I would say, ladies and gentlemen, if you are an OG on here, you will know that I and my brother Chimdi have always been emphasizing on what it is to have anything to do with Nigerians. Because if you think you want to do Pan-Africanism, you want to do anything African unity oneness, you must be very careful when it has to do with Nigeria. I know why I am so specific on Nigeria and Nigerians, because at the end of the day, it will always backfire. Now, I tried to see if I could get concrete videos of where it is that these deportees were deported to Togo or abandoned in Togo. I'm still yet to find that. So I still tag this under propaganda, just to, paint Ghana in a bad light. But where I still have something to really speak concerning Ghana and this action they have taken is that, you see, I don't want to put blames, apportion blames, but I must call a spade a spade. I still don't understand why these Nigerians should be deported to Ghana instead of Nigeria. And like you clearly heard, these Nigerians were rejected, or not Nigerians, or the other people that were contacted by Nigerian from Trump as deportees were rejected. Then, if on that note, Nigeria could, reject the other people, immigrants, into their country, this is their own citizen. Why did they not deport them straight? Why did Trump not deport them straight? Why did Ghana not even allow Trump to send them straight? I know you would always want to say Pan-Africanism, African unity and oneness, but please, see, there are limits to things we can do. Whether you believe me or not, especially when it has to do with Nigeria, you will always be dragged and rubbed in the mud. And this is what it is. It is right now, and that is what is happening. You see on the internet the way Nigerians are jubilating, making mockery and caricature of Ghana and its leader. Even on the caption of this lady, she said, Ghana betrayed the brotherhood. And I'm like, really? Is it that Ghana cannot stand on their own ground to take actions and measures when it comes to their decisions, whether it is right or wrong? Why should Nigerians always, be so fast to trample on any issue that has to do with Ghana? And because of the love, the concern I have for Ghana, the connection I have with Ghana, even as a Nigerian, it hurts me and will forever hurt me when I see you people give room to Nigerians with every given opportunity to always trample on you people. It hurts me, and I'm speaking from a place of pain. I only wish the leaders of Ghana did not even venture into such bold step openly to accept Nigerian immigrants deported. You get my point? Into Ghana instead of Nigeria. And today the rumor everywhere is that they have been abandoned in Togo. Ghana played Trump. Ghana did this. Ghana. It is hurting me. It's like I am a Ghanaian, and all this insult, ridicule, embarrassment, humiliation is thrown at me. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, because I only wish this whole thing was not started in the first place. If you hear what my brother Chimdi said in his own postulation, it will give you a clear picture, which we have always been saying about the risk, the consequences involved when you are associating and dealing with Nigeria. Today, they are saying for the first time, Nigeria played intelligent by standing their ground, yes, to say no to deportees. Why not send 14? Why did these 14 people not go straight to Nigeria? Is Nigeria on fire? I still don't get it. And that's where I feel the pain and the need to come out here and voice out. Ghanaians, and I know you people are welcoming, peaceful, loving people, but there are limits to things. I'm not here to change you from your personality, but it's coming from a place of concern and advice to say, in most cases like this, please, let Nigeria be. Now you go on to see that, on the contrary, based on the reactions and exposition of from my brother Ghana boy, what it is for Nigeria currently, openly embarking on deportation. This is the same Nigeria Ghana is standing for and saying we are one Africa, we are brothers and sisters. But if I tell you as a Nigerian that when the table turns and Nigeria should react and take the same measures against Ghana, it's always brutal. They will do it without looking back. But you Ghanaians will always want to say we are peaceful, welcoming people, to your own detriment. And that's where I believe and I assume Honorable Dr. Ayariga is saying, do not take our simplicity, our welcoming and very, very entertaining, peaceful nature for granted. That is what I see this young man, Honorable Dr. Ayariga, is standing grounds with. And see, this is not to incite or cause any havoc, disunity or whatever, but just stating facts. Whether you feel free to agree or disagree, like I will always stand to correct every impression here and everyone here present that I don't do politics. Even as a Nigerian, I don't listen to our political issues. I'm not interested because I know that currently the leaders and everything that has to do with Nigeria has nothing to offer. It's only when it comes to their selfish interest and benefit you will see them. Why did the internet blow on fire by Nigerians to Ghana? Because they know that if at the end of the day they are being deported from Ghana, they stand every chance to lose, like my brother Chimdi cited. If Nigerians are in their numbers in your country, check. Because if a tree that is fruitful always have people gathered underneath to block it. All these countries are South Africa and Ghana and all this Western world, Nigerians are running to, always on the ground, on the motion to go there, is to tap from it and indirectly slap you on the face and spit on you in disguise, in pretense and lies that they are not benefiting anything. Rather, they will change it and tell you that they are the one feeding you, they are the one beating you. But they are in your country. They will tag you lazy, tag you all sorts of things, even in your very eyes. These are the people I have as Nigerians, where I come from. I'm telling you, be careful, Ghanaians. Be careful. You saw the way Kwame Nkrumah was betrayed by Nigerians and others. You saw the way he was executed, eliminated. Before you do anything, charity, good, that think twice. Even Jesus Christ, the Son of God, that is the Savior of the whole world, was betrayed by mankind, by humanity, even after all his goodness, even after his charity, his love for mankind, his love for humanity. How did Jesus end? Right there on the cross. I know that as Christians, as humans, we want to have the heart of humanity, charity, and what have you, Pan-Africanism and what call it whatever, but don't put your head on the table to be slaughtered. I'm not here to drag anybody, but I'm just exposing facts and giving my own peace of mind. Ghanaians, be careful. You see why Nigerians are scared of South Africans is because they know that truly you do anyhow at the end of the day to take their gentility, peaceful nature, act of humanity for granted, accommodation or whatever. They will tell you that no, we are not stupid, we are not dumb, we know what we are doing. And that is why they act very, very brutal. I'm not here to change you Ghanaians from whom you are, by your nature, your character, your upbringing. But be careful, know where to draw the lines. Know when to say no. I'm not here to call out any leader or whatever, but if you know, you know. Everybody, let's be guarded. This continent of Africa, you see, if you're not careful, it's like a jungle. You will be used as a sacrificial lamb. And I don't want that for Ghana. Neither do I want it for South Africa or any other country. From my own people as Nigerians. You see, why at the end of the day are Nigerians not even concerned about all their people, 14? No Ghanaian among them. In all these countries being rejected. Why not say, okay, come, bring them where they are our own? Why not? But they will give blind eyes, pay blind eyes to all these things that are happening to their citizens all over the world. They will not show concern as leaders because it doesn't concern them. Then it is Ghana that will go and carry the baggage for Nigeria. Ghana. You people should be careful, oh. Be careful, oh. The love I have for you people, I don't want anything to come and destroy you people. Nigerians are gradually beginning to rob you people in the mud. Look at the crimes that are going on there. The Honorable Ayariga and other meaningful guys are fighting. Fighting to put an end to it. Because I bet you, if these are not happening in Ghana, there will be no room for Nigeria must go. And I still stand on that. So whether it is deviated, I don't know. And I can't even put my interest there. In a nutshell, in summary, a lot has been said. Share your thoughts in the comments. I've said my own without fear of favoritism, sentiment, emotions, and bias. I don't know in details. I still stand to be corrected. Why all these things are going on based on the leaders, I don't know. And I can't say, because what I don't know, I can't say. I don't have any evidence. But I am countering all these reactions by giving my own opinion. Sincerely and honestly. Like I said, share your thoughts in the comment based on all we've seen here. Thank you once again for watching, for always trusting and believing in me. In any way or form, I would always stand to defend the truth. That is where I stand. Not to demote, demean, demarket anyone, any citizen, any country, but stating facts just the way it is. Learn. Let us be guided. Let us learn so that we don't learn the hard way. Thank you all for watching and God bless you. Until I will see you in my next one. This is your host, Chivik Inspiration, signing out. Ciao, ciao.